Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, it does not cost you anything. If there's something you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we have a Queen of Pentacles. Very nice. I think there is, right now, a bit of nostalgia going on, right? I feel like we're starting to look at the past a little bit more. And I don't know if this is a certain time of the year that is kind of conducive to that, right? I don't know if there's some sort of a birthday or an anniversary or some kind of a special day coming up for you, because it feels like it's this time of year that we start kind of thinking about the years past, right? And I think there's, I think we're trying to find the kind of common theme of our life. Like, what is it that we have been working toward? What is it that what have we been leading up to, right? What are we longing for that we might not have right now? Let's take a look at that card in a little more detail. Let's put it in some context, all right? Queen of Pentacles, we got a Knight of Wands. Maybe we're looking for something that inspires us, right? Now, maybe that is in the form of another person, sure. Maybe it's in the form of a creative idea, some sort of innovation, something that really gets us motivated again, right? Because I feel like we're kind of in this position of longing or looking at the past and kind of thinking, what do we do now? See, we're looking to turn around the other way. And it's interesting that this card is kind of coming up behind you, right? So while we're focused on the past, there is this tremendous future that's rushing in, this tremendous creative energy that's coming your way, right? Let's keep going here. We've got your Power card. Look at that. Got to ring the bell. This is the Libra card. This is the Justice card, the card of balance, right? The card of adjustment. We've got the entire world. And to me now, this world card is talking about your past. It represents kind of the whole history of your life and many lifetimes past as well. And I think we're trying to now reconnect with something that we feel we used to have, but we don't have it right now, right? And I think that's kind of, it's causing a little bit of friction in our lives. So we got the Five of Wands, but we do have a Three of Cups here. Very nice. It will be, this excitement will be taking place. Now, in a very literal way, I feel like this is the celebration of some sort of holiday, birthday, anniversary, some sort of event that we commemorate around this time of year, right? We got a Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups in the position of the environment. It is a new love, a new purpose. Maybe this is a romantic thing, right? Maybe while we're busy thinking about our lifetime, our past lifetimes, that which we're really seeking is also seeking us, and it's kind of coming up right behind you, and it's going to surprise you, right? Because we're not looking for it in front, we're looking for it behind us. And we've got the King of Wands now, and we've got a Nine of Swords. Sometimes the Nine of Swords, it's a bit of a wake-up, you know? Sometimes it means that we are like literally being woken up from a dream, right? And what it kind of suggests in this position is that we're waking up to this realization that everything we have is happening right now and in the future. It can't be found in the past, okay? And maybe what we're doing is reminiscing to a time in our life where we had that something special. Maybe we're kind of stuck on a past relationship, a past job, a past creative thing, a past spiritual lifestyle or whatever it is. Maybe that is something that we really are looking for in the past. We want to get that feeling again. We want that feeling of excitement, of love, of aspiration, right? We want to feel the Five of Wands. We want to feel that fighting spirit again, right? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is going to be a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And it's just going to go right here. We're going to put Kevin, aka Mr. Bates, right there on top of that card. And we're not going to look at it until the very end, of course, right? It's going to tie everything together. It's going to give us our confirmation. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that is, leave a guess, a prediction, a hunch down below in the comments, okay? Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition. Never hurts to practice that, you know? And it's kind of fun, too. Makes it more interactive, right? You're here. I might as well put you to work. Let's take a look around the room here and let's see what kind of major arcana we have. Well, we've got the two. We've got the World and we've got the Justice card. This is your power card in the world, right? And we're wondering maybe here if you find that the best version of yourself already happened, right? And so there's this kind of longing for this past state of things. You know, oh, in my 20s, I was something. You should have seen me in high school, that kind of thing. You know, we almost sometimes feel that our best days are behind us. Well, the Three of Cups in the future position is promising you otherwise. Your best days are still ahead of you, okay? And this is what I think motivates us to progress, okay? And this, of course, is your power card. This is your superpower. This kind of represents your true self, right? Your essential, the essential archetypal Libra-ness, right, of the collective, like of you, of your collective of energy, yeah. So this is a representation of the best version of yourself, right? And it's still within you. And it's almost kind of as if the Queen of Pentacles is looking for that. I'm looking for my best self again. And maybe we felt like in the past we were a lot more well than we are now. You know, maybe we look at our life last year, the year before, maybe we look at lifetimes past and we think, I really wish I could get back to that state, right? I don't want to go back to that place. I don't want to be that age again. But to have that level of confidence, creativity, that level of connectedness, right? We want that again. Sometimes we start thinking of the past as we look for that. But that's not entirely wrong, is it? Because by looking at the past, and I think we see that with the World card, we see the World card is really the solution to the problem. And we are looking at the past, but we need to realize what is the solution to, you know, that we're looking for. When we put ourselves into that emotional place where I was my best self, I was the healthiest I'd ever been, I was the happiest, I was the most creative, I had you know, all these great relationships or whatever it was, right? And maybe this was the great relationship of your life. This was something that really activated your heart, right? Ace of Cups. Really activated you. And when we think about the past, when we consider what that was, we put ourselves into those surroundings again. I'm in the same place, I can smell the same smells, I can see the same fabric, the same carpet and the wallpaper and everything. That's not so much what's important, though. It's not as if going back to that environment is going to do it for you, right? It wasn't the carpet, it wasn't the wallpaper. It wasn't even who you were with or anything like that. So we have to activate that feeling. And I think that's why we've got, obviously, a Three of Cups, an Ace of Cups, yeah. We have to activate that feeling again. What did it feel like? Right? And if we can feel that again, thinking about the past, then surely it's possible for us to feel it again in something that we're doing now and leading us into the future. Now, don't call me Shirley. I feel like this is the future, right? This is us living in the present. This is us living in the moment and not feeling restricted or restrained by anything that, oh, but, I don't have it in me anymore, or, it's just that time has passed, that train has already left the station, that ship has sailed, right? We've all heard that stuff. And yeah, maybe that particular ship has sailed, but it doesn't mean that you can't be on the water again, right? And maybe that train did leave the station, but there's another one coming in 11 minutes or whatever they do, right? So I feel like this is us living in the moment, whereas this is us kind of living in the past. But it's important that we do this work. It's important that we recapitulate the past, that we discover what was it about that time of your life that felt so good. What was it that you really liked about that? Yeah. The Five of Wands, let me show you. The Five of Wands is up at the top. We're ready for that fight again. And see, I don't feel that the Five of Wands is a negative card. Every card has light and shadow, okay? But we might see a Five of Wands and think, oh, that's just like, that's difficulty, that's conflict. We could even say that maybe our past and our future are in conflict with each other. And maybe we're longing to go back to this perfect past. We might idealize the past a little bit. And we might remember it as, oh God, it was perfect back then. Was it though? Maybe not. So we might feel that there's some tension, there's some conflict, there's some fighting, there is some strife with the Five of Wands between the past and the future, right? But I feel that this card is more than that. This card reveals what it is that we actually want to feel. We want to feel like we matter. We want to feel like we are powerful. We want to feel that we have the energy in us, the drive, that creative drive, right? That makes us want to get out there and struggle and fight. Not necessarily fight with each other, but what if these people aren't fighting? What if they are competing with each other in a sport? What if these are all friends, right? Family. And they're engaged in some kind of a group effort that is leading to satisfaction and pleasure and growth, right? Maybe it is through this engagement with the world that we activate that love, that feeling, that, I don't know what it is, that Ace of Cups, right? This is what we're looking for out in the environment. Maybe this is how we get it. By challenging ourselves, by growing, by doing things that will push our limits, push our boundaries a little bit. Yeah. That will give us the feeling that we're creating something again, we're doing something again. Okay? And I think, and I feel, that if you look at your life in the present, you'll see that you are doing a lot already. And maybe it's just a matter of bringing our consciousness from the past, out of the past, and bringing it to the present and being ready with this kind of zest and gusto with what's coming into the future, because the future is rushing forward at us at breakneck speeds. Right? That's the Knight of Wands, fire on fire. It's rushing at us very quickly. And we're just kind of thinking about the better days, the bygone days. Yeah. And they're bygone for a reason. Well, they are in the past. And they may hold the secret or the key or that feeling or that Ace of Cups that you're looking for, but we have to take that Queen of Pentacles. They've got to turn around. So I think this is the turning point for you. I think this is the moment where you're done with that past idealization or that kind of nostalgia. And we're ready to turn and face the future with zest, with vibrant energy, with life and love and light and a little competition, right? We're ready to bring the fight. We're ready for the challenge. We're ready to start creating. We're ready to start striving. Yeah. We're ready to start doing things in a positive way and pushing the world forward. Pushing our lives forward. Yeah. It's a very active process. We are engaged. We are doing something. We are making a mark. We are, making a difference. That sort of thing. Yeah. We are striving now to uncover, dig the dirt up from on top of us to reveal our very best self that is still in there, right? But we may feel that it's buried under, well, under the weight of the world, right? Under everything that's happened to us since that time way back when I had my best life, or I was my best self, and then life happened, and then everything just kept piling on, piling on, piling on, and now I don't know where I left it. Now my very best self is like a diamond that's buried deep within the earth, and we've got to try to excavate it now. Well, that's the Five of Wands. That's striving, right? And the three that we have, the Three of Cups in the immediate future. This brings satisfaction and love and hope and joy and pleasure and interaction, mingling with other people, right? Mingling with energies, experiencing things. There's a real satisfaction in the struggle of uncovering our best self. If you think back to those better days, right? What were you doing? What was that feeling? Okay, and then what were you doing that led to that feeling or that helped to nourish that feeling? You were uncovering your true self. Maybe it was still close to the surface, right? And so it was rather easy to kind of clear away a little dirt, right? We're archaeologists of our own soul, right? And I would bet that the reason those days of your life were so meaningful is because there was a lot of hard work. There was a lot of challenge. You made a lot of progress in those days. Maybe there was more time. I could focus more on doing certain things. But that was it. It was the fight. It was the fight and the satisfaction of the victory. Not even the victory necessarily. See, we don't have a 6. We don't have a 6. It's not about the victory. It's the satisfaction. It's the joy, the pleasure, the abundant feeling of the fight itself. Right? The fight to uncover our true self, the fight to meet the future head on. Yeah. Let's go to the path of the serpent now. Two of Pentacles. Things are different. Obviously, it's a different time. The Two of Pentacles is like the pendulum on the clock that swings back and forth. Tick, tock, tick, tock. It's always in motion. It's always going. Okay? And we never really experience this as a constant. Sometimes time goes by faster. Sometimes it goes by slower. When we're engaged in this very active work, sometimes it feels like, man, like, you know, the speed, right, of youthfulness. It seems like our childhood, right, goes by pretty quick. You know, it didn't at the time. We all think, I can't wait to grow up. But now that we're grown up, we think, man, that flew by, right? It flew by. But we're here in this moment, and we have to make this the turning point. Make every moment the turning point. Instead of turning back toward the past and lamenting, regretting, reminiscing, longing for something that had been lost, let's get excited about the future, right? Two of Pentacles, change, taking a step forward. Not a step backward, we're taking a step forward. Time for us moves in a linear fashion, right? As much as we try, we don't get any younger. Yeah, we can maybe slow down the aging process a little bit, but and we maybe can slow down the perception of the passage of time. There are ways to make time feel like it's going slower. I'm sure we've all had a job that it feels like the days go on and on and on. But if we're doing something that we love, if we're striving, fighting, it's almost like we really don't want to go to work, right? But once we get there, we're engaged, we're challenged, we're working hard on something we care about, right? We're doing the Five of Wands stuff, we're feeling the Three of Cups. Before we know it, the day's over. Yeah. So maybe this nostalgia is really slowing time down a little bit for you. Maybe it feels like the days kind of drag on and on and on. Well, because we are outside of linear time and we're experiencing this moment in the past, or a series of moments, or a period of time, whatever, that is outside of linear time. And it could be as long of a time as we want. Maybe it really was a flash of time, but we can spend a long time in that memory, right? But the Ace of Cups is what we're really looking for. This is the source of all light and life and love. This is joy and pleasure. This is the well. This is the true self. This is your heart, around which everything else is gathered, from which everything else in your life is nourished. Okay? This is the real jewel of your soul. Okay? And it's not back there in the past somewhere. It's right here with you right now. We just maybe have to dig it out a little bit, you know. But I think really in a more kind of concrete, practical way, I think the Ace of Cups in the position of the environment is, in one way, you falling in love with yourself again. Because these two cards in the Dove and Serpent spread, the environment and what is within you, or what's underneath the surface, right? So what's above the surface, you know, what's outside of you, and then what's beneath everything, these two cards are connected. I think you are falling in love with yourself again. And I think that this allows you to fall in love with other people, with other things, with activities. To fall in love with the world, not in the past, but the world of the future. The world of right now. Right? The potential world, right? That should give us this excitement, a little bit of fear too, right? But excitement nonetheless. Maybe anxiety too, but we need to get a handle on the anxiety. I don't think we have a lot of anxiety. I think what we're doing now is we're turning our face toward the future, and we're excited for what's going to come, because we know that it is all sourced in love. It's all sourced in spirit. And there is a readiness to meet all future challenges. There's a readiness now to be open, I think, to what might be a new love coming in. Yeah. I think that if we're focused on the past, we're not going to see that energy coming, and it might pass us right by. Are you ever so engaged in your thoughts that you hear the doorbell? You go answer the door, and they say, "I've been ringing the doorbell for an hour. What have you been doing?" Right? Well, we don't hear it. We're so engaged in our thinking or our feeling that we don't hear what's happening right here in the present. Okay? So I think new love is coming your way. Now, it could be friendship, but I feel maybe a romantic thing here. I feel like it's kind of this Knight of Wands. Might be an Aries person. But I feel like this is a really exciting time that you're headed into. We've got to have our face turned the right way, or it's all going to pass us by, right? I feel a lot of excitement is going on in your life right now. And there might be some sort of celebration or a commemoration, an anniversary, a birthday, something going on. But there might really be this incoming rush of just love and celebration and abundance, right? And we've got to be ready for it. We've got to be facing the right way to see it. The King of Wands here is our sustained effort. Okay, we've got this Five of Wands. Yes, the King of Wands is the card that can continue to do that activity and put in that effort, put in that work for as long as it takes. But this is the difficult part, because we expect rewards right away. We expect to just dig a little bit of dirt. Oh, there's my true self. There's my diamond. Good. It takes more work than that, especially if there have been years of something, years of time and experience, years of life covering that work up. Now, that might even be the romantic kind of self, diamond self. It could be the spiritual practice. You know, maybe that time of your life from the past that we're talking about. Maybe that was kind of the last time that you felt that. And maybe that was the feeling of being in love. Maybe that was the feeling of being connected with spirit, whatever it is. And now we're ready to feel that again, but it's been a while, right? We've got to be willing to put in the work. It's not going to come easy. It's not going to be instantaneous. A lot of time has gone by. So we've got to take that time. We've not equal time, but we've got to take some time. We've got to allow some time for us to get really into it again. You know what I mean? So maybe it has been a while before you really felt, since you really felt you were in love. Yeah. We've got to put in the work. We've got to make the commitment, not to a particular person or an idea or a practice or something. We've got to commit ourselves to ourselves. We have to fall in love with ourselves and show up every day, committed, one will, focused, right? Focused on discovering our true self and letting that true self develop, letting it shine, letting it show us the way, right? Spirit's showing me something with your hands as well. I don't know what it is about your hands. I feel like you've been looking at your hands more lately. I don't know if you have a scar, if there's jewelry, or if you're just looking at them. I don't know what that's about, yeah. Spirit's showing me like you're going like this with your hands, yeah. There's a connection with turtles in your life. What is the connection with turtles? Pet turtles, or they're a symbol for you or something? I don't know if you have one, but maybe it's a tortoise. I don't know the difference really. But you know, that kind of an animal, yeah. But the Nine of Swords is what we really have to deal with. Sometimes we enjoy our dreams, you know, and sometimes we wake up in the middle of the night and we are not all that happy that what we just experienced was only a dream, right? Because suddenly, back to reality, you know. So we've got that. We've got a little bit of despair here. We've got a little bit of a loss of sleep here. But that's the first step, I think, in this, is waking up and realizing where we are right now in the present moment, observing what's going on, observing how we're feeling, what we're thinking, and how we're behaving. The first step is waking up. Yeah. Let's take a look at the mystery card. See what Kevin's doing over here. Okay, for this mystery card, what if we had... Well, let's see. So we have our major arcana. We have obviously some fire, some fire, some fire. We've got some water, some water. We've got a little bit of our air there. We've got a little bit of earth. I would think that we either need some more air to kind of remedy this. You know what I want to do for that one is do a language of flowers. Because the Nine of Swords is not a very fun place to end, right? But it is not the end, it is the beginning. The beginning is waking up and realizing that we are here, we are in a physical body, and we have a life to live and a day to face and a lot of things to do, a lot of joy to be had, right? The foxglove, confidence, be what you want to see. And I think you want to see love and celebration. You want to see connection, right? You want to see pleasure, you want to see happiness. So we've got to be that. The first thing I think we need to do is we need to wake up, we need to realize where we are, who we are, right? What time of day it is, and where we are situated, what exactly is going on around us. We have to kind of get our bearings, get our sea legs, and then we can be ready. Maybe this will be a little more air, maybe this will be more water energy. Yeah. Now, Spirit's telling me that you make friends very easily. but lately you've not been so interested in the social stuff. Like your friends, I feel like, are wondering, like, what's going on with you? Yeah. Because you used to be very engaged, and I feel like lately you haven't been so much. Right? Okay. Cups or swords? Ah, no, it's the Judgment card. Rebirth, reawakening, the baptism by fire, the trial by fire. This is the doorway to the new era. The doorway to the future is what I always say about this card. And this is the moment where that Queen of Pentacles turns and faces forward. Okay? This is also the card that I say is Spirit's alarm clock, right? We say the Wheel of Fortune is Spirit's timepiece, the cosmic wristwatch. I'm not wearing mine today. And the Judgment card, is kind of the alarm clock, right? Spirit, the angel, is blowing a trumpet right in your face saying it's time to wake up. It's time to get your head out of the ground, I guess, and look at all this abundance coming your way. Look at what the future is. Look at what's out here for you. And it's time to engage with that. Yeah, it's time to be the best version of yourself. It happened once, right? There's something there that you're kind of longing for, you're nostalgic for. You had it once, you felt it once, you can feel it again. If something happens just one time in this infinite universe, chances are it'll happen a second time. And that goes for us in the microcosm as well. Okay? So I think this is that card that says wake up, because your future is here. Your future is now. Yeah. I like it. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Libra, usually on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 6 a.m. Chicago time. This is your bonus reading. I woke up this morning and just felt compelled. I felt there was something kind of special going on with you. And so I rushed into the studio. Obviously didn't even have time to get dressed. I just felt I had to turn the cameras on and do this reading for you. So I hope you'll check out the extended. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment, let me know how you're doing, let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know, Libra, that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.